Also, first kiss feeling. I keep making the same mistake. I keep searching for that first kiss feeling. I think that's a very honest thing to yourself to write. What sort of place were you in when you wrote that?
Yeah, I was pretty. I was pretty confused at the time. Basically, I was searching. I was kind of forcing myself to try and fall in love, basically, with people that I met, in order to fill a void. And obviously, there's a real excitement when you kiss someone for the first time. And I got into this strange pattern of trying to find that feeling, like almost like I was addicted to that that feeling, that exciting feeling. So I was constantly searching for it, and I was kind of confusing lust with love, just to fill this kind of hole that I felt inside of me. So yeah, it was, for such a upbeat pop song, that song's kind of about the kind of this emptiness that I felt even when I was having connections with human beings, like physical connections, you know. So yeah.
Why do you think you were searching for that?
Just because I was dealing with, for the first time in my life, I think I experienced like adult loneliness, which I'd never really experienced before, because I'd been with my ex-partner for 5 years, and then to go from having a home and being with that person every day to then just living alone and having nothing, not having nothing, but you know, day to day, you know, in the house, it was, yeah, the house was empty. Like my new residence was like pretty bare and pretty empty. So yeah, I just tried to fill this weird void with kind of fleeting relationships that absolutely meant something to me, but weren't as kind of I don't know, weren't as poignant as I was making them up to be at that exact moment in time. I really was like forcing it to try and find something in it that just wasn't there. Yeah.
How recent is this?
That was 2015. I was kind of experiencing that, and then yeah, I had to kind of check myself, and like it was a bit of a wake up call when I snapped out of it, because it's not good. It's not. I don't know. It's not a good way to live for either person involved, really. So, yeah.
So, how did that influence your music? Did you write a lot?
Yeah, I wrote a lot. Yeah, I found, because around that time as well, I was kind of, again, I was experiencing a lot of things for the first time. I experienced kind of like a deep depression that I'd never experienced before. I hadn't really experienced depression at all until, yeah, 2014, 2015. And so that, basically all this kind of negative stuff really made me hungry to write a positive record, and for me to pull myself out of this kind of hole I was in, because it just wasn't good, and I'm only here once, and it's a real privilege to be on planet Earth. So I was like, I need to do something about this, and that kind of fed into our writing and my writing. So yeah, I was kind of searching for the beautiful in life, and that was kind of making its way into the songs, and then I realized that I wanted each song to have light at the end of the tunnel. So yeah, it definitely helped with the writing in order for me to want to make like a positive record, and kind of make something that was life affirming.
Did writing sort of help you get out of it then?
Yeah, yeah, it really did. It was, yeah, incredibly therapeutic, that's for sure. And just being with the guys in the practice room, and you know, that's a positive energy when we're creating and we're having fun. And you know, before we kind of started writing the record, we were writing a bunch of other songs, and they were miserable. They were horrible.
Why?
They were just sad. Yeah, they were just really sad, and they just weren't particularly nice songs. Like, yeah, they weren't nice songs. I was very much singing about negative things, and I wasn't enjoying myself. The guys weren't enjoying themselves. I was like breaking down in practice a lot, and it was a horrible kind of environment. So when we wrote this new record and we started writing these songs, there was like a real kind of, we felt invigorated again. So yeah.
Final question then. Where in the writing process did you know what the album title would be?
It was afterwards. Yeah, it was afterwards. I originally thought it was going to be called something else. The working title was The Beautiful and the Terrifying. And I was adamant that was going to be the record title. And then everyone that I spoke to afterwards were like, it's not as good as you think it is.
Why did you think it was good for the record?
So lyrically, I wanted the record to speak about positives and negatives and ups and downs, because that's life. It does, you know, the record doesn't just have to be negative, doesn't just have to be positive, because that's not a reflection of how humans are day to day, you know. I'm in a good mood today, tomorrow could be in a bad mood, you know, it's just up and down, that's life. So the beautiful and the terrifying to me was about just life. There's beauty and there's horror, and I thought it was perfect. And then people who are really close to the band were like, it needs to be a hook
Do you
here.
still feel like that would have been the perfect title?
No, not anymore.
Okay.
I think it's a good title, but not for this record. Yeah. I think maybe I'll use it, or maybe someone else is going to use it now. But Hold On To Your Heart came right at the end when our manager said, have you thought about maybe using a song title as the album title? And then I looked at all the songs we had, and I was like, oh my goodness, like Hold On To Your Heart is perfect. It completely like sums up the record for me, and what it's about, like as a whole, what the record's about. And yeah, it was, for me personally, it's a strong message for people who listen to the album, because the whole thing really is about kind of self-worth and knowing your worth, and not taking a broken heart and smashing the broken pieces into even smaller pieces. So that's what it's all about, and that's why the record's called Hold On To Your Heart.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks.